Good morning, grade 6. Today we speak about graph relationships and equation and graphs. In the last videos we have learned that tables and equations are two ways to represent the relationship between two quantities. We can also represent a relationship between two quantities by using a graph. In the first quarter, we have studied the coordinate plane. We say that the horizontal axis is called x-axis and the vertical axis is called y-axis. So, if we want to graph the relationship represented by the table, we have to bring the table before. Open your book, page 175, and see the exercise number 1. We have this table. For x equal 1, we have that y is equal 25. So what we make, we bring the plane, we go to seek where is 1, we have 1 in the x place, and we have 25 in the y place. We connect the two lines and we put the point where the two lines meet. So we have put our first point. For x equal 2, y is equal 50. So we go to bring 2 in the x-axis and 50 in the y-axis. We bring the two lines and we connect it and we make the point where the two lines meet. For x equal 3, y is equal 75. We have two lines, one vertical line and one horizontal line, and we put the point where the two lines meet. For x equal 4, y is equal 100. So we bring 4 in the x-axis, the horizontal one, and 100 in the y-axis, in the vertical one. We make two lines and we put a point where the two lines meet again. The last point, we bring 5 in the x-axis, 125 in the y-axis. We make two lines and then we put a point where the two lines meet. So this is our graph for exercise number 1, page 175 of your book. Now make exercise number 2, page 175. We have this table and our free plane. We have to put the point. We have that if x is equal 10, we go to bring 10 in the x-axis, y is equal 350. So we put a point in the same line of 350 and the same line of 10. We put a point. If x is equal 20, y is equal 300. We put a point where the two lines meet. If x is equal 30, y is equal 250. We put another point. If x is equal 40, y is equal to 100. If x is equal 50, y is equal 150. So we have put our 5 points. We can see that in this example and in the other one that we make, the point make a line. We will study after a few minutes that this is called a linear equation. Now, we want to make an exercise a little bit difficult. We want to graph the relationships by the table, as we make in the last two exercises. But this time we want to find the unknown value of y. So, we have this exercise, this table. We don't know the y value of for x equal 5. We want to know it. From our graph, we can know this value. So, if x is equal 3, y is equal 8. So we put 3 and 8. If our first point. If x is equal 4, y is equal 7. We put our second point. If x is equal 5, we don't know the y, so we leave it free. If x is equal 6, y is equal 5. And for x is equal 7, y is equal 4. So we have put our known 4 points. From this graph, we can imagine how we can put the point for 5. We want a line. So if we want a line, we put our point for y equal 6. So our graph becomes this kind of graph. For x equal 5, we put the y equal 6, and we write 6 also in the table. The same exercise, but we change the number. Exercise number 4, page 175. We have this table and our coordinate plane. The y value of x equals 3, we don't know it, we want to find it from our graph. So we put our known 4 points. X equal 1, y equal 1, x equal 5, y equals 3, x equal 7, y equal 4, x equal 9, y equal 5. So these are our 4 points. Where can we imagine that we put the y value for x equals 3? We want a line, so it will be in y equal 2. So our graph becomes this graph. We put for x equals 3, y equal 2, and we put also the number 2 in our table. Last exercise of page 175. We have a table and we want to graph the relationship represented by the table. So for x equal 1, y is equal 15. We don't have 15 in our y-axis, so we bring the midpoint from 10 to 20. From x equal 2, y is equal 30. We have 30. For x equals 3, we put 45, but we don't have 45 in the x-axis. We have only 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We want 45, so we bring the midpoint from 40 to 50. For x equal 4, y is equal 60, so we put the point. So we have put our 4 points. Now, we want to use the graph to find the cost of purchasing 5 DVD. So for x equal 5, y is equal, we want a line. So it will be for x equal 5, we can put after 1 square and a half. So it will be in the midpoint from 70 to 80. So it will be 75. So our graph becomes this kind of graph. And our answer is 75. The solution of an equation in 2 variables is an ordered pair that makes the equation true. For example, if we have the equation y equal x plus 3, 2 and 5 is an ordered pair, and it is a solution of our equation. Why? Because if we put in the place of y 5 and in the place of x 2, we have that 5 is equal to plus 3. And it is right. We have seen that when we put the point in our graph, they make a line. So a linear equation is an equation whose solution form a straight line, as in our example, on the coordinate plane. Any point on the line is a solution of the equation, so we can find the unknown value of a variable. Exercise number 1. We have this equation, y equal x minus 3. We make a table where we put some value of x and we find the respective value of y. If x is equal 5, we put in the place of x 5. 5 minus 3 is equal 2, so y is equal 2. So we write 2. If x is equal 6, we put in the place of x 6. 6 minus 3 is equal 3, so we put y equals 3. If x is equal 7, we put in the place of x 7. 7 minus 3 is equal 4. So 7 minus 3 equal 4, y equal 4. For x equal 8, 8 minus 3, 5. So y is equal 5. Then we put these 4 points on our plane and we link them. And so it makes a line, a straight line. So this is a linear equation. This is the first exercise, page 177 of your book. Now, this is exercise number 2, page 177. We have that y is equal x divided by 3. And we have our coordinate plane. What we make? We make our table. We put some value of x and we want to find the respective value of y. I choose 0, 3, 6 and 9. If x equals 0, 0 divided by 3 is equal 0. So we put y equal 0. If x is equal 3, y is equal 3 divided by 3 equal 1. So y is equal 1. If x is equal 6, 6 divided by 3 is equal 2. So y is equal 2. If x is equal 9, 9 divided by 3 is equal 3. So we put y equals 3. Now we have our table and we put the point on our coordinate plane. We have these 4 points. We link them and we have a line. Here we want to make the opposite. We have our graph with our line, with our points, and we want to find the equation, the linear equation. So, we have the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the first quarter, we said that the first number is the x, the second number is the y. So we can write a table. If x is equal 1, y is equal 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we want to find the relationship between the two variables. If x is equal 1, which operation we make to have 2? We can make plus 1. We can try. 1 plus 1 equal 2 is right. 3 plus 1, 4 is right. 5 plus 1 equal 6 is right. 7 plus 1 is equal 8 is right. So we make every x plus 1 equal y. So our equation is y equal x plus 1. Now the last exercise. We have the point 1, 4, 1.56, 2, 8. We say that the first number is the x, the second number is the y. We write it on a table. 1, 4, 1.5, 6, 2, and 8. Which operation we have between x and y? We can make times 4. 1 times 4 is equal 4. The first one is right. 1.5 times 4 is equal 6 is right. 2 times 4 is equal 8. So we make x times 4 equal y. So our equation is x times 4 equal y, that we can write as y equal 4x. We have said in the class that when we have a number and a letter and we don't have anything in the middle of them, we can put times. It's the same. Good study and bye.